The FIFA community absolutely sucks. It's full of entitled players who abuse mechanics and leave at 0-0 if things are not going their way. But the absolute worst thing about it? They're stupid. And I mean really stupid. I can understand those who abuse mechanics, and while I choose not to do it, sometimes you do what you gotta do in order to win competitive games, like ball roll scoop turning into a vortex. What I don't get are those who think they're God's gift to the FIFA world after doing an elastico and taking a bad shot what ends up going in for whatever reason, or, in the case that I'm about to show you, having no idea what the actual hell they're talking about. I went to the very first game of Foot Champs, came across this pretty average team, and, when it's the first few games of Foot Champs, you do tend to do pretty well, right? It tends to be a little bit easier. We get a chance early on, we get pretty lucky with the penalty, and we do manage to put it away, and then we skip the celebration as well. But just like most of the FIFA community, he was playing with, 9 players in the goddamn box. How are you having fun? So we only managed a handful of chances. He also got one at the end of the first half as well, so I decided to try to switch things up in the second. Once we did that, we were getting more chances, we were getting better quality chances, and more importantly, we were scoring goals. We even bamboozled him a few times with this Burba spin. I mean, I obviously had to include that. Shut up. Like I said, I felt like I was in control the whole time. We managed to get a goal to go 3-0 up, and I felt as though it was game over. And if it wasn't game over at 3-0, it was sure as hell game over when we get the 4th. After that, we were just doing really dumb and just weird stuff, and we managed to get this horrible and cheesy ass goal. Now, beyond that, he went to go kick the ball out, and I'm assuming to quit, because look, you're 5-0 down, you just conceded a horrible, stupid goal. I mean, I'd be quitting too, to be honest. But instead I get this message: fix your connection. Embarrassing. Now look, connection obviously plays a part when it comes to FIFA, and obviously stats don't mean a whole lot either. You could win or lose 5-0 in FIFA and not have it mean a goddamn thing. But I thought I was in control this whole time, looking at the stats, so to say that I'm playing scared, really? So to show that I wasn't scared, I brought the ball out with my goalie just to give, a little bit of some shithousery, and we end up getting murdered in the midfield. The ref doesn't really seem to care, and I thought that'd be the game. I thought we would be done with it. But we're not done. No siree, not by a long shot. He said that I play CPU defense and that I should man up. I said his 5 for 39 tackles was embarrassing, and if you don't believe me, take a look at these stats. 5 for 39. That's a 12% success rate. He was still going on about how I let the CPU play for me, how I AI defended, so 2 questions popped into my mind. How could I CPU defend when he never had the ball? Seriously, I had 61% possession. Second, did I actually CPU defend? Well, let's take a look, shall we? What about this tackle I made with my 76 rated in-form right back? What about this tackle I made with Tomiyasu? What about this tackle I made with Ruben Diaz? What about this when I made an interception with Endo? What about this when I made a tackle with Nakata? What about this when I was running the ball down with João Cancelo? What about this when I make a tackle with Endo, he gets the ball back, I make another tackle with Tomiyasu, he gets the ball back again, and I finally get another tackle with, again, my 76 rated right back in form? What about this when he's literally just running in a straight goddamn line and it's the easiest thing to defend and I eventually block the cross? What about when I make this tackle with King Kazu? What about when he's running straight into... Okay, no, hold on. You literally ran into me. Like, that's literally what you did. You decided to ball roll and turn into me, and so I could make a tackle. Genius maneuver. So you're saying I play scared, when in actuality, I had more possession, more shots, more expected goals, more passes, a much better tackle percentage, more tackles won, more interceptions, less saves, less fouls committed, less offsides, more corners, more free kicks, less yellow cards, and a much better pass accuracy. But you're right, I play scared and I let the CPU do everything for me. He then specified, saying that I play off-ball defense, and then called me an absolute squid. Fantastic insult aside, let's humor this guy and see if actually it was me defending or if it was the CPU. I think he's got me. I think I do need to play more on-ball defense. Part of me wonders if this off-ball defense he was talking about is actually these dumbass passes he was making with no available passing lane. My bad for not marking this run from Adama Traore, because I didn't think you were dumb enough to actually attempt this idiotic pass. Are you dumb enough to try this pass? Oh, of course you are. I should have known. That's my mistake. What about this one? Nope, you passed it directly into Nakata. Genius. Okay, you're not surely dumb enough to pass it here. There is quite literally no one open, right? Like you're gonna pass it back, you're gonna do something else. No, you're passing it directly forward. Genius. Now I want to show you guys the full conversation I had with this guy. That way you can appreciate just how unbelievably idiotic this guy is. And look, I get it. Every single game is going to have toxicity. Every single fan base is going to have toxicity. And there's going to be a lot of stupid people in those toxic fan bases, okay? Again, I get it. What I am saying is don't make these dumb, ridiculous, baseless accusations because someone just whooped your ass in a game of FIFA. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe if you have not already. Otherwise, you will be facing players that will quote-unquote ruin the game, CPU defend, and play scared.